Good afternoon, dear students. A very good afternoon to each and everyone. Good afternoon, each and everyone. So I will show you today some of the questions and answer and extract from this after I take just 5 minutes. After summarizing the poem, I'll just show you some of the questions and answer, extra questions and answer from the poem. And we'll see already it is solved, I'll just explain it to you. Clear? So I hope that all of you have understood the poem, very well. On the grasshopper and the cricket, these two tiny creatures, they are taken as symbol by the poet. The grasshopper in the first stanza describes the hot summer day, and the next one cricket, who symbolizes winter. So this one already you have come to learn. So everything is fine. The sound, everything you check it out, then I will show you the questions and answer, Okay, some questions and answer I will show you, and we will see what you are understanding from the poem. Clear? So you see the questions, I am showing you on the grasshopper and the cricket. You see the question here. Short answer type, you can see here. The question will come like this also, okay? Or you will be given some extract writing also. The first question: what is the meaning of the line? The poetry of earth is never dead, You can see the line. The question, you can see it here. I am highlighting it. The poetry of earth is never dead. Clear? So you see the line, the inside is given, the poet wanted to say that poetry of nature is never going to die or never going to end. No matter what the season is, whether it is the sweltering summer also or the harsh, bitter cold winter even, the music and the poetry of nature is never dead, This one you have to write it in examination. If it is coming, suppose, and you were asked to explain the line, the poetry of earth is never dead, then you have to understand that what the poet actually wants to say you in the first line, that the poetry of nature, it is never going to decay, never going to end, never going to destroy. No matter what the season is, season doesn't affect at all. Whether it is the scorching heat of summer, or the bitter cold, or harsh cold of winter also. The music and the poetry, it will simultaneously go on, and the nature will never die. Is it clear? So this one you have to understand. Now you check it out. Clear? Subham, are you able to understand? Oh, Yasmi? Okay. So if it comes in examination, then you have to write it in this way. What is the meaning of the line? The poetry of earth is never dead. Clear? Question number 2. What is the main theme of the poem? What is the main theme of the poem? You can see here the main theme, the gist. What is the main theme of the poem? If it is given, suppose, then I am highlighting it. What is the main theme? The main theme of the poem is that poetry and music in nature do not perish. And perish means destroy or go away. Clear? Even the whole human civilization might, vanish. Now you see coronavirus, new coronavirus again is supposed to arrive very soon also. Okay, it has been identified also in Britain. So shortly, the country India also might be gifted with that. Okay, and our country is a highly populated country, so we don't know the future what will happen. So the human civilization, it might decay, it might perish also, but the music in nature and poetry, it will never die. Is it clear? Especially the poetry of earth, it never dies. Now you check the sound. There might be some technical issue, I don't know, it has become 2-3 days, that the same problem we are facing. So the main theme you are understanding that poetry and music, they don't vanish, they don't destroy, they don't vanish, Clear? Number 3 you can see, question number 3 you can see here. Where do birds take rest in hot summer day? The answer you can see, the birds, they take rest under shady trees to secure themselves from the scorching heat of the sun. Clear? And you have seen the birds take rest, under shady trees to secure themselves from the scorching heat of the sun. While all are resting, then you have seen from a certain distance, or somewhere else, the grasshopper, the voice, it runs, and that is the grasshopper. You understand that he is singing. Clear? Number 4 question. You can see, where do grasshoppers take rest when he is tired, The answer you can see, I am just reading out, when grasshopper became tired, or when grasshopper, when grasshopper becomes, when grasshopper becomes, tired, he rests easy beneath some prison weight. Clear? Already we discussed also. Question number 5, we can see in which season cricket sings. The cricket sings in winter. The cricket sings in winter, when it is very cold and quiet. Silence prevails, everywhere. That time, from a corner, the distance, the winter's silence, is broken by still sound. When people are half asleep, on their bed, then they could listen, or they can be able to listen the crickets, singing. And the cricket, it comes, very closer to the wall or near the stone, and it, as soon as it, I am telling you, as soon as it comes near the stone, the voice becomes, louder, because it gets warmer. The body gets, more warm, and it will happily sing. But people are mistaken that, they identify the voice of cricket as the grasshopper still singing somewhere else, among the grassy hills. But it is, in fact, during winter, cricket sings. Did you understand? So question number 5, you see, in which season cricket sings? The cricket sings in winter when it is very cool and quiet. The winter silence is broken by a shrill sound. Question number 6, you can see, discuss with your partner the following definition of a poem. A poem is made up of words arranged, in beautiful order. These words, when you are reading aloud, with feeling. It can have a music also, and it can have its own meaning. That is actually the definition of poem, But you will not be asked in examination what is the definition of poem and what is called poetry, what is called sonnet. You will not be asked, but for your understanding, you have to know that what is actually sonnet, what is lyric, what is the pattern of sonnet, what is Petrarchan sonnet, what is English sonnet. Everything you have to understand. Okay, I'll show you now question number 7. Question number 7 I am showing you. The poetry of art is not made up of words. What is this? Is it made up of? As suggested in the poem. In examination, if it comes that the poetry of art, it is not made up of words. Because all of you know that poem, it consists of a few words which can be beautifully arranged. It can produce some meaning, it can produce some music, it can have some lyrical effect. Then you can call it poem, But the poetry of art is not made up of words. What in fact is it made up of? That is suggested in the poem. You can see your answer. The poetry of art is not made up of words, but it is made up the songs of a grasshopper and cricket. The poetry of art, it is made up of the songs of a grasshopper and the cricket. Thus, it is made by the music sung by these insects. In examination, you have to understand and you have to write it. Very good, Sandhya. This is made up especially by the music sung by these two tiny insects mentioned in the poem, the grasshopper and the cricket. They are producing beautiful sound, beautiful music. The whole earth is echoed with their beautiful sound. One is singing in hot summer day, another one is singing in the harsh winter season. Clear? That you have to understand. Number 8 questions. Question number 8. Find in the poem the lines that can match the following. The grasshopper's happiness never comes to an end. The cricket songs has a warmth that never decreases. First one we have to define, we have to understand. It will come in examination, remember it. The grasshopper's happiness never comes to an end. It means in summer luxury, see, the meaning of this line, see, you have to understand. In summer luxury, he has never done with his delights. You can see it in the poem also. See the line in the poem, if it is in extract writing, comes in examination, then you have to define it like this. What is the meaning of this line? He has never done with his delights. Means, this is the line dedicated to grasshopper. And the meaning is, the grasshopper's happiness never comes to an end. Suppose in examination, if I give you question like, in summer luxury, he has never done with his delights. Who does he refer to in the poem? The grasshopper. And he has never done with his delights means, the grasshopper's happiness never comes to an end. He is very happy. And he does not sing. By any self, just to have some delight, just to have some fun, for the sake of delight, for his own fulfillment, for his own happiness, he sings. He doesn't care, somebody is looking at him, or he doesn't expect any reward from someone else. Did you understand? The grasshopper never expects any reward from anyone else. Rather, he is singing just to have his own happiness, self-happiness. That is why the grasshopper's happiness, it never comes to an end. So he is never done with his delights. He is very happy. You will go on singing and you will fill the whole atmosphere, with joy and happiness. And another line you can see, the cricket song has a warmth that never decreases. It means the cricket song in warmth increasing ever. What is the meaning? The cricket song, if you get to know the meaning of the cricket song in warmth increasing ever, means the cricket song has a warmth that never decreases. It means the more closer he comes to the stone or the wall, there is a house, suppose it is made of stones and bricks. So the more the cricket comes closer to the wall, then the warmth it increases, it never decreases. The voice will become louder and louder because the whole body gets warm. The cricket feels very much warmer, and it will start singing louder and louder. That you have to understand. Question number 9, you can see which word in stanza 2 is opposite in meeting to the first. Which word in stanza 2 is opposite in meeting to the first? The word frost in stanza 2, it differs in meaning with two words grassy. One is frost, another one is grassy, full of grass, and frost means cold, you have to understand, ice. Okay, so both are different words, one is ice, another one full of grass, grassy. Okay, so frost has a chilly reference, which means a degree or state of coldness different to the cause of freezing of water. This meaning it lacks green grass. Frozen area means which can lack green grass, whereas green grass, if it is available, then you understand there is no frost over there. Did you understand? Neat and clean. So you can find grasshopper in the grass, and you will find in frozen area the cricket. That is why the cricket comes closer to the wall, so that he will just warm up his body, and he will start singing for you. Question number 10, the poetry of art continues round the year through a cycle of two seasons. Mention each with its representative voice. Answer you can write, the grasshopper takes the lead in summer, and he is never done with his delight, and on a long winter evening when the forest is silent, the cricket sings with its shrill voice from the stone. Clear? That you have to understand. Now two extract writing I am showing you, which might come in examination on the grasshopper and the cricket. Extract questions and answer reference to the context. You can see question number 1. The poetry over the never dead, when all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from haze to haze, about the new moon made. That is the grasshoppers. He takes the lead in summer luxury, and he is never done with his delights, for when tired out with fun he rests, at easy with some pleasant wit. The meaning it is given. The first stage of meaning it is given, you see, once again we are revising it. Like every poet, John Keats also has been attracted towards the beauty of nature, and he finds nature so beautiful in all seasons, not excluding the hot summer even and cold winter. Now normally spring season, it appears very much pleasant to each and every one, because spring is the best of all seasons. So we are normally attracted towards spring season, because now in the spring season, you know what happens? Normally you will see the nature looks green and the trees are full of, you know, fruits and flowers. It happens. But in winter season what happens? The trees are barren, they will seek leaves. But the poet here, he loves both the season, all the seasons, you know, it can be your summer season also, or might be the winter, the bit of winter time also, no problem. So when the birds, he says that the earth is always singing. When the birds stop singing in the hot summer, finding cool place, that time you can see the grasshopper singing and flying from his, you know. And he sings effortlessly, you know, tirelessly, and when it gets tired, you know, it rests, you know, beneath some grass, you know. That you have to understand. What is an ongoing process in nature? And where do birds go when heat of the sun rise? How has the continuity of music maintained? Name the figure of speech in the above stanza. Describe the beauty of the poem. Okay, these are all questions which might reflect in your question paper. So you have to be very much attentive, you know. Name the figure of speech in the above stanza. Describe the beauty of the poem. Poetry, rhythm in nature is an unending process giving life to surroundings. So you remember all these questions, you know, very different terminologies, you know, which I used in the poem, you know. So my dear students, you know, if you are not attending live class, you are not careful, even attending live class also, then you won't be able to write it. So be careful while we discuss all these. The poetry rhythm in nature is an unending process giving life to surroundings, and as the heat of the sunrise, you know, the birds hide in branches to find a cool place for themselves. Number 3, you are given question that, you know, how has the continuity of music maintained? Then you have to understand, during the extreme heat, when all birds they stop singing, the voice of grasshopper delights with its music. Metaphor is the poetry of earth, you know. What kind of literary device is used in the poem? If I cite example like the poetry of earth, write the kind of literary device used in the poem. Then you have to understand this is metaphor. Clear? Metaphor, poetry of earth means metaphor. The poem is a 40-line Petrarchan sonnet. Yesterday I discussed with you with a rhyming scheme of ABBA, ABBA, CD, CD. First 8 lines rhyming pattern you will find like ABBA, ABBA, and last 6 lines CD, CD. Remember this, it will come in examination. Rhyming scheme and rhyming words. Don't get confused. Rhyming scheme means you have to term it as ABCD, and the pattern of the given poem, the first 8 lines ABBA, ABBA, last 6 lines CD, CD. Remember this. And another 6-line question it is given, you know, see the poetry of earth is singing in above only lone winter evening when the frost has wrought a silence from the stone there shrills the cricket song in warmth increasing ever and seems to one in drowsiness half lost the grasshoppers among some grassy hills. So the meaning it is given that when the birds are silent in very cold winter, the earth never stops and expresses its pleasure through different, being like the cricket, and it sings the beautiful songs from the stones. It seems to be increasing in warmth every moment, and half asleep human being feels it to be a grasshopper song, you know, coming from grassy hills. So people are mistaken. But in fact, in winter time, the cricket sings, and it sings, you know, very, very louder. The voice becomes, you know, louder when it comes closer to the wall, closer to the stone, or any place which is warmer. Okay, so these are the questions can be given. What is singing in above? Who takes up the job of providing rhythm during winters? From what do the cricket sing? From what does the cricket sing, you know? What is the impact of cricket and grasshopper music? Each question you have to understand. Clear? So we'll stop here, and I request all the students just to go through the video today, because these are the important questions that I shared with you, and these will surely reflect in your question paper. And very shortly I am going to assign you also on your Google Classroom your R integrated project. There will be some group leaders, they will take the responsibility, shoulder the responsibility, okay. 4 or 5 groups will be, around 5 to 7 groups will be there, and in each group the group leader will be there to coordinate all the students, and might be after a day or two I'll just send it on your Google Classroom and you will be informed. And before 2nd of January up to 3rd, you have to submit also. Only one project will be given, and that is also we have to divide the students, and each one will first of all receive the assignment, then individually group leader will be sent the assignment, and they will assign the works to other students who are there in their group. So get ready for that, and 5 marks it is up there, for your internal assessment, as per CBSE. And if you try to escape, then we are very sorry that 5 marks will be deducted, because that is must. You have to perform. Clear? So thank you very much, dear students, for coming online. Thank you very much.